Welcome back to the Webby and O'Neill channel. It's a match preview, Bournemouth game, and everything else what's been going on in the Man United world, Webby. Been a busy week, hasn't it, Webby?
Busy week, obviously I've not spoken about the disappointment of the Newcastle game, didn't see any in the match, had a bit of private work on for myself, seen enough on social media to make me want to delete it before they got home. Apparently it was terrible, but last night was a massive game against a poor club. Chelsea are poor, people going about, we got problems, they get a bit of a free run from the press. They had a mess.
Yes.
They had an absolute mess. Now, any Chelsea fan who's watching or who's out there couldn't complain if we were 4-5-1 up at half-time or 5-2 up. They were opening in a mess. You look at the kid they bought from Brighton for, 118, whatever million. Looks a shadow of the player he was at Brighton. I remember that semi-final against us at Wembley, best played on the pitch.
Yeah.
Looks gone backwards. You look at their centre midfield, it's worth over 200 million. Useless. You know what I mean? But it was a massive win for us last night. And, you look at 2-1 at the bar at the end, and he could have sneaked a draw. Totally injustice if that would have happened. But
what do you think of that performance last night?
I thought it was a good performance. First half, I thought we played some nice football. We kept it, we pressed them. Do you know what we had last night? We had players wanting to run, wanting to work, which we've not, some players there last night covered a lot of ground. And what I'm hearing at Newcastle, like I said again, I've never seen in a game, people were walking about. You can tell me that I didn't see one touch of the game and don't want to see any of it. But do you know what? So if you've got players who'll work, who'll battle, who'll run, and virtually you got an happy Webby there.
Yeah.
And the result's a bonus if it comes. But, you come into last night's game and the pressure's on. The pressure's on the manager because who he is and who he manages. You know what I mean? It goes wrong last night, there's more pressure on him. So massive win. So, as I said on Twitter last night, big win, and with 3 points off the unbelievable Manchester City Football Club.
Greatest team in the world.
Greatest team ever. You know what I mean? So, is it that bad? Yeah, we know ourselves some of the performances have been terrible. But then you flip the coin with 3 points behind City. So, let's look at it after Saturday's game.
You talk about Eric Ten Hag. Well, you mentioned Eric Ten Hag there. Just put a press ban in, Webby, on about 4 or 5 outlets from the media. Is that the right thing to do? Should he have just ignored him and just faced him?
No, Fergie did it. Tell the truth. Do you know what I mean? Tell the truth. Stop coming out with stupid lies. I'm glad that plant pot from Sky got banned because he wanted screaming 6 months ago that his best mate, the Sheikh, he'd spoke to and was buying United. Absolute clown.
Yeah.
Stealing a living.
Stealing
a living for the my sauces. What sauces he got? HP. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or Daddy's, because he's got no sauces.
Yeah.
He's a clown, and rightly so he got banned. And that one from the Evening News, I used to have Stuart Matheson, great bloke. Some of the people I've met in the Evening News, love United. He's just a clickbait clown. What's he called? Luckhurst.
Yeah, Samuel Luckhurst.
Clown.
Yeah.
Clown toe.
Yeah.
End of the day. And he's putting on there. And then he's tried to backfire last night by praising him. You know what I mean? Thinking, lift me ban, Eric. Clown.
Yeah.
Keep him out of the play. I totally agree. So if you come with proper stories, then tell him. But don't make lies. Try and spread rumours to get clicks and all that. You know what I mean? He's only got a job because his missus was head of sport or something.
Yeah.
Well, she's a clown as well.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, moving on, I listened to,
a few clowns knocking about, isn't there?
Oh, there's a lot of clowns knocking about. And to be honest with you, there has been a lot of clowns knocking about in Old Trafford, in the team, in the squad, because when I heard that Nemanja Matic come out with telling us, and I can't believe he's actually said it, and why it's not come out before. And the fact is, he turned round, Webby, and said Manchester United players were turning up every day, not one day, not the odd day, every day late. How can that happen, Webby?
Tony only works 2 hours a day through the week. There's not a match. How can you be late?
No, but where's the standards? It's to me, it's a lack of respect.
Of course it is.
It's like inside the club officials, the manager at the time when it was all happening, the captain at the time. Where's the discipline, Webby? For it to come out now is a disgrace. Why hasn't it come out before?
You're spot on, Tony. You've got to look at the club. People will name the likes of Pogba turning up late and Sancho were turning up late. And he's named names.
He's only named 2, though. That's the bad thing about it.
Deep down, without him naming names, if any player was going to be late, 9 times out of 10 you would have picked them 2. by their attitudes, the layback of him. It's a disgrace. Tony, they go to training at 10 o'clock, they finish for 1. It's not bad that 3 hours a day, is it?
No, it's not bad.
You know what I mean? Get there on time. It doesn't matter whether it's at Manchester United or Ipswich Town, Salford City, Drawsden FC. Your training, get there 15 minutes early. Get there half an hour early. Because when I used to work up at Caddington when I worked at the club, the boys were there well in time. Show respect.
Yeah. Before we go on to the Bournemouth, I just want to talk about Erik Ten Hag. Obviously, he's been under massive pressure. The media are piling it on. You and I, Erik Ten Hag, we're behind him at the moment. Do you know what I mean? He's doing the best he can. And this year, I thought would have happened last year with the chaos. 10 games we've lost now. Yeah. But the thing is, Webby, everyone, in my opinion, should be giving Erik Ten Hag the chance in the next 2 transfer windows, because next season, that then should be his team, and that's when he should be judged on, not with the garbage, what's being pulled up here with some of the players' attitudes and the lack of standards and everything. So to me, Webby, is it right that everyone should give Erik Ten Hag the chance of the next 2 transfer windows and then judge him going forward?
No, you spot on, Tony, because obviously then it's going to be his team. He's picking and buying the players. Obviously, he's not got hopefully some of the players who was here on big contracts will be left by one way or the other. But it doesn't matter who's here. It's Manchester United Football Club. You lose a few games, it's a crisis. You know, and we go back to Chelsea again, the money they've spent. You don't hear a word about them in the press because you're not Manchester United. Chelsea have got no history. You know, they're spending all this money, this bloke's come in, and he's only coming to get the American thing. What does he come out in pre-season? Let's play a match in America. Or with all these adverts that Bowley did, he said, let's play this, and they all laughed at him.
Yeah.
No, but Ten Hag, the pressure's going to be on him. If you lose 1 game for United, the world's going to end. You lose 2 and 3, the world's going to blow up. Yeah. So, no, you're right. You've got to back him. Hopefully he'll be back right.
It's not his team, though,
no,
is it?
No, it's not his team. Obviously, some of them are, some of them aren't. But if the previous owners and the previous manager, or whoever, I've given these big contracts and they're going to sign them, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, you look at Philip Jones, you know, he had a right giraffe. Didn't he just lay about for you, getting up allegedly 100 and whatever bags a week, you know, and he never played.
Yeah, well, you talk about Phil Jones, like he never played big contracts and that. Listen, Marcus Rashford was given a massive contract, and since he's had that contract, he's not performed for the new contract.
Tony, but look, sorry to interrupt me, but you're looking at last year. You know, we're watching him every game. I don't think he's played. I think the goals overshadowed his average performances.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at the record and you think, Rashford scored 25 goals mint.
Yeah.
But some of his performances was as bad as this year. Now, we've spoken here before. It's not just Rashford, it's like Martial and other players at other clubs. These goal scorers need goal for confidence, you know, when he scored the belt of the arsehole, which we all thought was a great goal and a kick on. But you know what? I'll say it now. I actually watched a bit of the England game the other week, which is, I think Coronation Street wasn't on a Summit Show or whatever.
Yeah. And
when he come on a sub, he looked like he'd won a competition to play in a football team. And that's just some of the things last night. It looked like you won that competition to play with the Harlem Globetrotters and you get on there. And he looked like that last night. Now, he needs a run of games. He needs to score. And then hopefully we can see the player he was 5 or 6 years ago when he first broke onto the team. But he cannot come into the starting lineup if everyone's fit. You go with the same starting lineup than you did last night, because I thought it was full of energy, it was full of passing, full of pressing. I was really impressed, you know, because Bournemouth come here with a good record. I think they've won 4 out of the last 5 games. So they're going to come here with a hell of a confidence.
You talk about Rashford, you know, got to get back in the team. He's got to earn his place and all that. Yeah. But Webby, you have been around ex-players virtually all your life, okay? Not one of them, I would suggest to you, has ever got on a football pitch and not run. That's what Marcus Rashford did on Saturday night. And I'm telling you, from my opinion, that was a disgrace. And when anyone ever does that, it's over. Now, for a player to do that, Webby, should he deserve to get back in the team?
No. Obviously, I can't make a comment on Newcastle because I didn't see 1 minute, and I'm so lucky and never. You've witnessed it with many Reds who travelled up to Newcastle, who watched it on telly, and I'm seeing on social media how bad Marcus was. For him not to run. Sometimes players have games and they don't mean to play bad, but it just doesn't happen on certain days.
That wasn't bad,
but you put an effort in,
yes.
You run, you battle, and if it's not going right, you put that, and the fans can see it whether the ground or it's on the telly, that you're putting that effort in. It's one of those days, it's just not gone for you. But not to run, so not having it. So he stays on the bench for me, and he has to earn that place to get back in that 11. So, and it's got to start by putting that effort in and running at least.
Yeah. Well, listen, we've got some big games coming up. And to be honest with you, people might look at Bournemouth and think, oh, that's not a big game. But to be honest with you, Webby, they're picking up points. I've watched Bournemouth. I think they're playing good football. Yeah. They've been unlucky in a couple of games. They drew 2-2 at the weekend. They won last night 2-0 at Crystal Palace. Not an easy place to go to. No. Right? Have we got it all to do against Bournemouth?
Yeah, because if you come in with the attitude that it's only Bournemouth, then, come 10 to 5, 5 to 5, 5 o'clock, we get beat. They're coming here with the tails up. Like you're saying, you go to Selhurst Park, tight ground, noisy atmosphere, and to come away with a 2-0 victory. And by seeing what I've seen on the highlights, so I think Palace wasn't even in the game. I know it hit the post, but they've come on, and we've got to be right because their manager was under a lot of pressure because they sacked O'Neill, who kept them up.
Yeah.
And obviously got this foreign kid in who I'd never heard of. And he's doing the business. He's won 4 out of his last 5, and probably in the form guide, I bet they're in the top 3 or 4.
Yeah.
5 or 6 in the form guide. So you got to be on the mark Saturday, because if you don't, then it's going to be a tough afternoon, mate.
Are you surprised 3 points behind Man City after that win last night?
No, but I'm loving how Pep's imploded, isn't he? You know what I mean? He's having a go at the fans. He's jumping on the floor like Van Gaal did the other day. It's great to see. So for the greatest football team ever in the world, of the history of this great game. Yeah. So if we win Saturday, I don't think they play till Sunday.
Got to win Saturday.
Yeah, we go level points with him.
Yeah. Got to win.
Got every game's got to win. So you look at records, right? We said we've won 11 and lost 10.
Yeah,
that's not Manchester United Football Club. No. Never. We'd lose 10 games in 2 years. You know what I mean? Under the great man, but it's there. But we've lost them because we've played like duck eggs in most of them.
Has he got pressure on the Bournemouth game to pick in the side with also thinking ahead to the Bayern Munich game, or is that Bayern Munich game just a dead game? We're not going to qualify. I think
the Bayern Munich game's a free hit. Knows it's expecting us to get through.
So it's a full squad.
The most important game for me. I know the cliche is your next game's the most important, but if you pick the 2 for me, obviously we want to go into the next round of the Champions League. We've been craving it for years. But the Bournemouth game is so important to keep that run going after the Newcastle performance, to keep it running, to go on to Liverpool the following Sunday. So, no, he picks the same team for me, the same performance, and I'll be an happy man.
So, looking at the team, Webby, I've just, Maguire, you can't argue with Maguire's form at all, okay?
I was going to say, actually, fell over that ball near the end last night in the early year class. We got the old Adel, but can't knock him so. Played of the month for the Premier League. Come back here with not even one red thought he had a future there. He couldn't get on the bench.
Well, I didn't think he had a
future. But through injuries and suspensions,
he's got his place.
Got his place back and fair play. And that's all about hard work. So Marcus must look at that. Yeah. Hard work gets you back in. Yeah. Train. Keep your head down. Keep your mouth shut, and it'll happen.
On another picking of the team, Garnacho, Anthony. Is that your wingers, Webby?
And he did well again last night. Yeah. He did well again. I'd like to see him take him on. I enjoyed the nutmeg on the full-back. I thought it was class. But, you pay 80 million, you want a lot more. But the last couple of games, obviously, Newcastle game, I can't make a comment. I don't know if he played, I can't remember. But I thought he did well last night. Yeah, and he's got to keep it going. Yeah, we looked more balanced when he played, and he was going at people and not doing stupid things. So, same team, same 11 for me if everyone's fit.
Yeah. Anthony just has to keep his composure and his temperament. That's it, innit? Yeah. Important, Saturday, 3 points. You just never know where Man United can finish this season. Listen, thanks for watching. Webby, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Get your comments in, smash the like button, and we'll be back tomorrow with another. Thank you very much.